What is going on, world? What's up, YouTube? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new episode of the 8 Below Show. Welcome everyone to 8 Below. Thanks for being here, guys, to the best entertainment-related show here on YouTube. And I'm super excited about our episode here today. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get into it. Phase 5 is coming, guys. I had my doubts that it was going to happen because Phase 5 has been teased in the past for a long time. Well, guys, that being said, we finally got confirmation of when Phase 5 is coming and even a video to go along with it. So we're going to break it down, guys, and go over this thing. Let's do it. So according to the official FaZe Clan Twitter account, states a life-changing opportunity awaits. The Open FaZe Clan Recruitment Challenge begins this Friday, September 4th. Hashtag Phase 5. And so, number one, this is amazing, guys. I mean, this is incredible. Obviously, guys, I've already told you guys in the past that I'm going to be going for Phase 5 in a major way when this recruitment challenge launches. Now, the question, though, for me has been, what is this recruitment challenge going to encompass? What's all going to be included here? I mean, are we talking, is it going to be just Call of Duty? Is it going to be Fortnite, which was going to be the last Phase 5 challenge, was going to be a Fortnite-only Phase 5? Or is it going to be a little bit of everything put together? I've stated that I've really wanted, of course, there to be, them to recruit a trick shotter from Call of Duty, a sniper from Call of Duty, because that's like the origins of what Phase 5 was all about. And then I love them to pick up like a content creator, a streamer, as well as maybe even a Fortnite player. I think, guys, if you have a variety, that'd be awesome. Now, at the same time, there would be a lot of probably pushback on that because people want to join Phase 5 from what, from the past of how this recruitment challenge has worked. 5 people getting recruited to Phase based around the Call of Duty trick shotting and sniping communities. And so I'm wondering if that's still what's going to happen here with Phase 5. One thing that we will state, guys, based on the video that came out, about a 4-minute video that came out, everything that they were showing was from previous winners of the Phase 5 challenge, that being like Rockstar, Dirty, the Agony Twins, a number of different people who won the recruitment challenge, which is absolutely awesome. When they say a life-changing opportunity awaits, I mean, guys, this is absolutely going to be life-changing. I mean, if you join FaZe, I mean, your life has changed in a major way. But what I will say, though, is everything that they showed in this was all based around Call of Duty, and I'm not getting the vibe that this is actually going to be anything other than Call of Duty. Now, maybe we're going to be wrong, guys. I mean, obviously, they're showing footage from some of the previous winners, and back then when Phase 5 was going on, it was all based around Call of Duty, so you got to wonder, but there's a reason why they're showing all of this other footage, that being like all Call of Duty footage. They're showing all of the, previous winners and such. They're not necessarily showing us like, Fortnite clips or anything like that. I'm getting the vibe, guys, that Phase 5 this year is going to be strictly Call of Duty, which, you know what? Honestly, I would be totally fine with that because honestly, that's the origins. That's where this whole thing started with Phase 5, was based around the Call of Duty trick shot and sniping communities. Now, would I like them to also pick up content creators and streamers? Because obviously, guys, the trick shot and sniping community has kind of just slowed down in a major way over the course of time. As Call of Duties have come out, there's still been people with trick shotting as well as sniping. And then, of course, there was a resurgence there with Plutonium when that came out for Black Ops 2. But what I'll say is that I think that it's very much so a niche community at this point. And so I would like them to kind of, widen the scope here of it, so to speak. Pretty much like having, content creators and streamers around Call of Duty would be really nice as well. Because there's, obviously there's going to be a lot of people, no matter what the recruitment challenge encompasses, there's going to be people going for it regardless. Like for myself, if they stated that Phase 5 is going to be just trick shotting and just sniping, in Call of Duty, say Modern Warfare or something, I would absolutely be going for it. But see, the thing is that, I'm not really good at trick shot and sniping in Modern Warfare, or, I haven't trick shot in a long time on even Black Ops 2 if they stated it was going to be Black Ops 2 recruitment challenge. So what I'm getting at here, guys, is that I'm hoping that they are looking for people outside of just the trick shotting and sniping community for this. I'm not saying that other games like Apex and, Fortnite and such. I'm just saying outside of the box when we talk about, just Call of Duty as a whole. So that's the one thing, guys. It'll be interesting to see, what they decide to do here, how it's going to be. I'm assuming that, Rockstar stated in the video, he stated that he was really thankful that FaZe decided to bring the FaZe 5 Recruitment Challenge back. So when I'm hearing that, it sounds like they are definitely going, there's going to be ties to Call of Duty without a doubt. It's going to be some significant ties to COD. Which Call of Duty it's going to be, if it's going to be any COD, if it's going to, whatever it is. I gotta say, guys, this is huge regardless. I'll be going for it regardless. I know many of you will be as well. Let me know what you guys got, though, from this, video that came out from, obviously, what are you guys expecting to see here? I would love to hear your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. And for more FaZe 5 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. COD Champs 2020 was one to be remembered, guys, with, of course, the Dallas Empire winning it all, Crimsix being labeled as the undisputed greatest Call of Duty player of all time, and, tying Karma for 3 rings along with Clayster. And so there was so many narratives going around when it came to COD Champs, guys, and a lot of people were wondering from, of course, Modern Warfare to Black Ops, Cold War, was there going to be a change as far as the CDL is concerned? Are they going to stick with 5v5 or is it going to be, 4v4? And well, there's a couple of things here, guys. Number one is that the CDL will not be expanding past the 12 teams that are already, franchised. So there was talk that there were going to be added teams to the Call of Duty League, other cities and other owners that have been very interested, or other people out there that are really interested in getting involved in the Call of Duty League. But it's been reported, guys, amongst a number of sources, that the Call of Duty League will not be expanding until 2022. So that won't be this COD, obviously. It'll be for the next one, most likely. And there's a number of reasons for it, but I actually think it's a good idea. I think now that we're going from year 1 to year 2, they kind of know what worked, what didn't work, and what they can do better moving forward. But I think that the Call of Duty League, because they weren't even able to have COD Champs like in person, most of the season was actually just, online events because of, the pandemic going on. So I think they want to get a full year at least to be able to, have fans to really see, from a marketing perspective, ticket sales and things of that nature. I think they really want to see what they're, so they have more to kind of back themselves up when it comes to trying to sell more franchise slots. And so with that, I think that's a great thing. I think it's great that they're going to be sticking with the 12 teams right now. Expanding overtime, guys, I would say that they're probably overtime going to get up to probably 32 teams, similar to that like the NBA or the NFL, even with the NHL as well. And so I think that it's a good idea, in my personal opinion, just to wait to kind of see what happens here when we get to Black Ops Cold War. The second part of this, though, guys, is that it has been reported by a number of places and confirmed that the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War esports side, or the CDL side of things, will be going from 5v5 to 4v4. And I've stated this in the past, guys, and I'll state it again, that changing from 5v5 to 4v4, in my opinion, and kind of going back and forth on this between the Call of Duty World League to now the Call of Duty League, where there's been years that it's 5v5, years where it's 4v4, I believe that it sets a very dangerous precedent for the CDL, and I'll tell you why. When we look at other leagues out there, and I know that a lot of people don't like comparing esports to traditional sports, but just for this, this comparison, I think it's important, guys, that, having, you think of like the NBA. It's not like they're going to be They don't change year in and year out from 5v5 to 4v4, whatever the case might be. They're not really changing that much. And sure, these are sports that have been around for a very long time, but I just feel that when you start changing it back and forth, number one, it's not good for, in my opinion, just the league as a whole, because breaking it down to 4v4 actually makes it even more of an exclusive, there's only so many people that can, join a team or be a part of a roster. And it also makes things difficult when you talk about a potential draft, like drafting from the challengers and such, having, more people who are subs or, just kind of on the sidelines. I just think that 5v5, in my opinion, works better. I think it gives you more exposure. More players are able to kind of build their own brands and help continue building these brands as a whole. And it's almost, the thing that's really unfortunate is that all these teams now are going to have to drop somebody. This also gives you the thought that maybe some of the veterans who are still really good are going to get dropped from their from their teams because it's now 4v4. Think of the Chicago Huntsmen with Scumpy. I'm not saying that they would ever drop Scumpy, but I'm just saying that it would there's a potential that it could push those people to the wayside or force them into retirement. And even a team like the Dallas Empire that just won, they have 2 veterans on that team. So are they going to get rid of one of those guys, or are they going to get rid of one of their young guns? I mean, those are the situations and the types of decisions that these teams are going to have to make. And even roster mania, it's going to be absolutely hectic and crazy. And I think it's actually, in my opinion, not good for the league to set a precedent like this. Now, if it started as 4v4, that's fine, guys. But if it started as 5v5, I think they should have stayed with it, at least for a while. And the other reason is because we've seen the best growth for the Call of Duty League, or just for Call of Duty Esports as a whole. These were the biggest numbers we've ever seen in Call of Duty's history. So you're doing something right here. So why are you going to change things when you're going in this upward trajectory? So there's a number of reasons that this concerns me. I believe it sets a dangerous precedent for the future. You could lose a lot of your very veteran players to moving on to other games. I think the Call of Duty League has massive amounts of potential. I'm very bullish on the Call of Duty League, but decisions like that kind of, concern me a little bit about the long term. I mean, I know this might be a short term decision because maybe they'll go back to 5v5 with Call of Duty 2021, but I just feel that they should have stayed with the 5v5 at least for now. Now, I don't know if this was just there was a lot of backlash on 5v5 from the different teams, that being like the CDL teams, if it was, from the fans. To me, though, it's growing. So I just don't really understand why, changing right now. Don't fix something that's not broken, in my opinion. But with that, guys, I'd love to hear from all of you what your thoughts are here now with the CDL going back to 4v4. And sure, I believe that there's going to be some pretty exciting matchups here, it being 4v4. I'm not saying that it takes away from the experience. I'm just saying from a logistical standpoint, having 5v5, it gives more spots open to the pro players, and having a draft, which I believe that they should do, where they draft players from the Challengers League that can be subs for these teams and such. I think all of those things really could help the Call of Duty League, but now going to 4v4, it just kind of really closes the gap that for the league as a whole, in my opinion. I just don't know if it's I believe it's setting a pretty dangerous precedent overall. But let me know, guys, what do you all think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think that this is setting a dangerous precedent for the Call of Duty League? Do you think this is a good thing, bad thing? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Call of Duty League content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. Everwild is Rare's next big title that's going to be coming out, guys. And after watching some of the visuals in the trailers and such for this title, I'm getting really excited about it. And what I wanted to go ahead and do in this segment of the show is talk about everything that we know so far about Everwild. So let's get into it. So guys, in an article written by Jade King of Trusted Reviews, while many of us probably miss the glory days of Rare when they produce iconic platformers and wonderfully creative endeavors like Viva Pinata, Sea of Thieves has proven a huge success for the Microsoft-owned studio. The live service sea shanties have attracted millions of players, and it seems the developer will be adapting many of the lessons learned from this adventure to produce an ambitious new outing in the form of Everwild. We know little about it thus far, but it looks gorgeous and teases yet another fascinating world to explore. So what is it, guys? Everwild is a new action-adventure title in development for Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC. It will follow a group of humans called Eternals who seek to watch over and nurture all spiritual life on the planet, seeking to help it grow and evolve into something new. So, obviously, guys, for me, the thing that's really stood out is just the visuals of this title look absolutely awesome. You get the vibes of like some of the graphics, like a little bit similar to that of Sea of Thieves, kind of a little bit cartoony, but I like these graphics even more. It remains unclear as far as the Everwild gameplay is concerned exactly how Everwild will play. Although the trailer hints at a dynamic open world with a number of fascinating things to discover, it's possible you'll be able to explore it alone or alongside other players like in Sea of Thieves. The emphasis on the natural world and fostering the habitats within it could lead to a unique progression system where you're learning about the lives of different animals and how they complement the universe of Everwild. This is another thing, guys, from the gameplay perspective, even though we don't know a lot of those things. You know what else this reminds me of is, of course, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild reminds me a lot of that. Just kind of like that open world scope. The visuals, though, guys, I mean, just absolutely incredible. I love what I'm seeing so far from it. As far as the release date is concerned, guys, Everwild currently does not have a confirmed release date. It's possible still in the early stages of development. Knowing this, we don't expect to hear more about it until 2021, which is long after when the next generation consoles will be in the wild. And so what I'll say about that, guys, most likely we're going to get an official release date probably at some point in 2021. I would assume it's going to come out in 2022. What's exciting about this is that this is going to be on the Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Series X, of course, and PC. So if you own the Xbox Game Pass, you'll be able to just download the game and play it. As far as the trailers are concerned, guys, like I said, this is a title that has some great visuals. I'm very intrigued by it. Reminds me a lot of, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I can't wait to find out more. I really can. I cannot wait to actually find out more about this world and what they're trying to build here over at Rare. I mean, this looks like a very ambitious project. Similar to that of like Sea of Thieves was really ambitious. I just don't think it really hit the nail on the head in a number of different areas in Sea of Thieves. I'm hoping they kind of are able to do the things necessary with Everwild that and kind of learn from their mistakes of Sea of Thieves moving over to this title, that they can really make this, I mean, they're, one of their biggest, if not their very biggest IP they've ever worked on. And it looks like it might be very much so just that. But let me know, guys. What do you all think about Everwild? These are the things that we know so far, which is not very much at this point in time. I'll be sure to keep you guys all up to speed as more information comes out. But let me know in the comment section below, what are you most excited about with Everwild? Are you excited about this title? Where does it fall on your most anticipated list? Let me know. And for more Everwild content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. We've talked on the YouTube channel about Avowed, the upcoming title by Obsidian that is, in my opinion, the competition in its truest form to the Elder Scrolls. And I can't wait for this title, guys. This could be something really special. And I wanted to go ahead and talk about everything that we know so far about Avowed. We can break it down, talk about it, and I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. So let's get into it. So guys, in an article written by Michael Caruso of The Gamer, although players don't have too much information on the story or the mechanics, there are already some confirmed pieces of information about Avowed. Avowed is the next RPG to be developed by Obsidian, which is very exciting for players that enjoy exploring the worlds that Obsidian has crafted in the past, including Fallout New Vegas and the Outer Worlds, among others. I was not a huge fan of Fallout New Vegas, guys, but the Outer Worlds was a pretty ambitious project, and I did enjoy that one. But although players don't have too much information on what the story will be about or the mechanics of the game, there are already some confirmed pieces of information that will help players piece together what they can expect from this RPG. So with that, guys, at number 8, Avowed is being developed by Obsidian. Avowed is being developed by Obsidian, which means that it will likely feature a very in-depth dialogue system and have many mechanics that are relevant to the role-playing games genre. And I agree, Obsidian, I think, is going to be, they're perfect for this. I think that this is a perfect place for them to go as far as a new IP is concerned. I'm excited about it. A lot of people thought that the next thing they would be working on would be like more Outer Worlds titles. I'm very glad we're getting Avowed, though, to say the least. Now, Avowed will be played through a first-person perspective. Avowed will be a first-person game similar to The Outer Worlds, and there is currently no announcement on whether it will feature a third-person system as well. Although The Outer Worlds was great in terms of its first-person camera, a lot of players would love to see a third-person camera added in so that they can look at their armor while traversing the world, which I understand, but I like the third-person mechanic or the first-person mechanic with The Outer Worlds, and I also am excited to see what that's like in Avowed. Third person's great as well, guys, but I don't know. I personally like it when a game decides to be one or the other. If you try to like kind of do too much, sometimes it actually can get kind of convoluted and actually can take you out of the experience. So I'm okay with Avowed being just a first-person, RPG. Avowed will feature an in-depth magic system. Avowed will feature an in-depth magic system, which is confirmed by the trailer. In the trailer, players can see the player character wielding both an enchantment on their sword and magic in their other hand, which shows that there will be a lot of magical components to this game, which I'm very excited about. I think that's going to be great to see what all of that is, and then probably have a skill tree of new skills, abilities, and things of that nature that you can unlock along the journey. Something that could be really great. Now, this is a huge one, guys. Unfortunately, Avowed will not be releasing on PlayStation or Nintendo consoles, and it probably won't release on any less mainstream consoles such as the Google Stadia. The reason for this is because Obsidian is now owned by Microsoft, which means that future Obsidian games will become Microsoft console exclusives, which, guys, by the way, is huge. Another reason why Microsoft is making an aggressive approach to be the Netflix of gaming, not only from the Xbox Game Pass, because, obviously they just want to be the ones who have more exclusives than anyone else, and they're consistently trying to ramp up their production as far as that's concerned, having more and more games, and that's what gets you eventually to move over to the Xbox console, just because Avowed and games like it that are becoming exclusives, people are going to want to play this game regardless, so it's going to get people to want to try it and buy the Xbox Series X. Now, Avowed will feature a large open world that will be more in-depth than the Outer Worlds, since that game by Obsidian was an open world. However, it was broken up into many smaller sections. It seems as though Avowed will be a completely open world similar to Fallout New Vegas or Skyrim. This is great news for players that enjoy exploring open worlds where they can explore wherever they want at any time. And I agree 100%. The only thing I'm hoping for here is that there's a lot of things to do along the journey. If you're talking a massive open world, guys, I just want there to be a lot of things to do. Whether you're talking side missions, just being able to explore and having things to do, I just don't want it to be like a very, a very barren like type of wasteland where there's just not much there. I'm hoping that we get a lot of different locations, lots of environments that we can explore. It doesn't feel repetitive. That's what I'm hoping with that. Now, as far as Avowed will have archery, and this is confirmed by the opening scene in the trailer of the game. Archery is important in a medieval game, and it is nice to see that Obsidian will include it in Avowed, and I agree. I think that having archery of many sorts, I mean, whether you're talking Far Cry to, The Last of Us to, many other titles, having archery or some form of it could be something really special in Avowed. Now, Avowed is confirmed to be set in the Pillars of Eternity world that is known as Eora. This is an exciting piece of news for players that enjoy the Pillars of Eternity series, and it will be interesting to see what Obsidian does with the franchise, given more freedom to explore it in a first-person setting. Now, guys, just full disclosure, I've never played Pillars of Eternity. However, this being set in it, I've heard, people very excited about that. I was kind of hoping that Avowed would be like totally its own thing. But I think it's kind of cool because we talk about on the YouTube channel a number of times how it's neat, putting, thinking of games being in other, franchises or a part of certain, ecosystems that developers own. For example, we've talked about Hyperscape being, within, some of the other titles from Ubisoft. Like, is it, within the, is it going to be within the world of Watch Dogs or something of that nature, which, so it's nice to talk about, and this is one of those situations where it's true, where this is a part of another, franchise that Obsidian has worked on. And so I'm excited to see what that looks like. It actually is getting me to kind of want to go back and play Pillars of Eternity, to say the least. As far as the release date goes, guys, although players know that Avowed is currently in the stages of development and that it will probably be released sometime within the next generation of consoles, it is not confirmed what year this game will be released or if Obsidian has other game releases planned prior to this one. There will be 2 The Outer Worlds DLCs releasing before the release of Avowed, which helps put into perspective the timeline for when Avowed will be released. Hopefully, Avowed will be released by 2023. However, there is currently no confirmation on the year that this game will release. So with that, what I'll say about that, guys, is that Avowed, I think it's going to be really important that if they're able to release it before the Elder Scrolls, and if they could release it, a couple of years or a year or so before the Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, they could really capture a lot of those people who are really hungry for another Elder Scrolls title, especially if this one is, it's going to be just as good, or something like that, or is like something that's going to really quench your thirst before the Elder Scrolls comes out. And if this is going to be the competition to the Elder Scrolls, that's going to be something interesting to see if Avowed comes out before Elder Scrolls 6, because it seems like Avowed may be further in development than Elder Scrolls 6. It's not 100% confirmed, but obviously they've stated over at Bethesda that Elder Scrolls 6 could be years away. Avowed still could be years away, but it looks like they might be a little bit further along than Elder Scrolls 6 is. So that'll be interesting to see how this all plays out, guys. Because, man, Avowed and Obsidian could really take some of those people away from the Elder Scrolls franchise, bring them over to Avowed, and get them kind of into this ecosystem that they're trying to build in this franchise here. But it'll be interesting, guys, to say the least. And I got to say, I'm very, very excited for Avowed. I really am. I'm excited about this title, guys. There's so much to be excited about with it, and a lot of the exclusives coming out of Xbox. It's an exciting time to be a gamer, guys. I think there's a lot of things and exciting projects that are being worked on. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about Avowed at this point in time? When do you think it'll release? And is it going to get you to kind of maybe try this or move away from Elder Scrolls if you're a big Elder Scrolls player? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let's have a real conversation about it. And for more Avowed content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. And with that being said, everyone, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of the 8 Below Show. And if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace.